Dillian Whyte reels off monster 7-fight hit list including Anthony Joshua rematch and Deontay Wilder grudge match. Dillian Whyte wants to fight every single major player from his era before he hangs up his gloves. The body snatcher has been an outcast from the heavyweight top table since failing a pre-fight drugs test before his proposed rematch with Anthony Joshua in August 2023. A subsequent investigation by the Texas Boxing Commission found that Whyte had taken a contaminated substance and so the Brit was cleared to continue his career in March. 2 weeks later, he retired Romanian journeyman Christian Hammer on his stool in Ireland and now he is set to return to action on December 15 against the unheralded Ebenezer Teta in Gibraltar. Whyte is hoping this will be the last tune-up fight he will have to take before duking it out with stiffer opposition. "I want to get back into tough fights, I've always taken tough fights, I don't want to wait around and have 4 or 5 warm-up fights," he told Talksparta Fight Night on Saturday evening. "We spoke to DAZN and we came to an agreement to get a quick turnaround. The fight was made 2 weeks ago so I can get out and then next year I'm in the position to chase the big fights." Whyte then expanded on the big fights he wants to be a part of in the not-so-distant future. "I would love to fight Anthony Joshua again and I'd love to fight Tyson Fury again and I'd love to fight Derek Chisora again," he added. "Obviously I've avenged one of my losses, against Alexander Povetkin, and I'd love to avenge my losses to Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury." Whyte was knocked out by Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury when he squared off with them in 2015 and 2022 respectively. A rematch with either man may have sailed its course at this point, but a trilogy bout with Derek Chisora is a definite possibility. Whyte beat Chisora in a pair of barn-burning bouts that captivated the British public in 2016 and 2018. Chisora insists he only has one fight left in his storied career after his upcoming clash with Otto Wallin and has teased the idea of riding off into the sunset after one last dance with his fierce rival in his birthplace of Zimbabwe. "Derek is an entity of his own, you never know," Whyte said of the possibility of a trilogy with Chisora in Africa. "Anything is possible and these are the ones we remember, those big events. You know me, have boots, will travel. Derek is very institutionalized. You try to speak to him and make sense to him and Derek doesn't see sense where sense is. Fighting Otto Wallin is a lose-lose fight because Otto Wallin is tricky, he's awkward and he brings no value. Me and him have history, we sell out venues, me and him could have fought in Manchester in February, instead of Wallin. I could have fought this guy here, Teta, and still been ready in February." Whyte's hit list doesn't stop at Fury, Joshua and Chisora. There are 4 more names in his sights. "I just want to fight, if I can fight Wilder, Usyk, Andy Ruiz Jr., Jarrell Miller then I have fought everyone else in my era. So win lose or draw I will have fought them all." A fight with Deontay Wilder is a particularly appealing proposition given the history between the pair. Whyte spent over 1,000 days as the American's WBC mandatory but it wasn't until Fury dethroned Wilder that Brixton Banger finally got his shot at world heavyweight gold. The pair have been embroiled in a bitter feud ever since but despite being on a collision course to face each other for several years nothing has ever come to fruition.